Okay, YouTube, time for another kitchen table review here. Mr. Preacher Man 75. I've actually threatened to do this review a couple different times and just haven't gotten around to it. This is my newest toy, newest member of the collection, Kel-Tec Sub 2000 semi-automatic rifle. Pistol caliber carbine, actually. It's folded up right now, you can see that. I also bought a 30-round stick magazine. That's a Pro Mag magazine. And then it came with the 10-round magazine. Mine is the Beretta 92 version, 9mm. So it took a while to get around to doing this review because I'd only been able to take it out and shoot it once before Thanksgiving time. And I wanted to have a little bit more trigger time on it before I actually got around to reviewing it for you. As far as accessorizing it goes, I did put a Hogue grip on the pistol grip. That's just a universal Hogue grip. Fits fine. And I bought the Colt CGL, stands for Colt Grip Laser, by Laser Max, and you can see that down there. I had to buy the Kel-Tec Picatinny rail, which cost I think about 20 bucks from the Kel-Tec website, and I installed it myself with no problem. The CGL, the laser grip, is a vertical foregrip that has, you can see, a trigger down here and a selector switch back here. It contains a red laser, which you can select as full on or intermittent, which makes it blink. And you can also select, and it's got a LED light in as well, so you can use it as a flashlight. It's not a tactical light. It's not bright enough to be considered a tactical light, but it is bright enough to illuminate a room at about 20 feet or so. So I went ahead and bought that as well and attached it. I have not had a chance to sight the laser in yet. It's well shoots well low and left at the moment, but we'll get that sighted in. It is fully adjustable, so just have to get the right Allen wrench for that. So back to the gun itself. It's a fun gun. I took it out the day after Thanksgiving with my dad and my brother. We shot about 150 rounds through it. We were having a really good time. We were just out in the woods shooting targets, shooting trees, things like that. And started having malfunctions with the gun, which is one of the reasons I wanted to wait and do this review, because originally I'd only shot about 50 rounds through it. Didn't have any problems with the first 50, but wanted to get a little bit more time so I could review it. The malfunction that I was having was that it was a failure to eject problem. We were shooting a number of different brands of ammunition. They were all 115 grain full metal jacket ammo, and but mostly was that really cheap tool ammo that you can buy at Walmart. I think it's a box of 50 for a little bit less than 10 bucks. Steel cased ammunition, very, very, very dirty ammunition. Our fingers were dirty just from loading the magazines up. That's how dirty the ammo was. So about 120 rounds into shooting, started having failure to eject problems with the gun. They got more and more frequent as we kept clearing the jams and shooting them. And what was happening was the cartridge was not ejecting properly, and it was getting hung right here. The spent cartridge was getting hung right here and getting trapped between the bolt and the frame of the gun. And if you look closely here, you can see that the open end of the spent cartridge actually dug into the polymer of the gun. And there's some nicks there from where that happened over and over. Like I said, it wasn't the magazine's fault because it happened with both magazines. It wasn't the ammunition's fault in terms of the type of ammo, but I think probably what happened was the ammunition was so dirty that the extractor just got mucked up and wouldn't pull the cartridges out anymore. I have not shot it since then. I did take it and clean it, and it was nasty inside. It really was. About 120, 130 rounds of tool ammo, and it was nasty inside. Somebody did message me and say that because it's of the blowback design, that tends to increase how dirty the action will get. I didn't know that, but it was really dirty. So I've got it cleaned. I haven't shot it again since then, but I did oil it, and everything seems to be running properly, as much as I can tell from without actually shooting the gun again. So that's been my experience so far. I did email Kel-Tec about the problem. They were very punctual about getting back to me. I think within 24 to 48 hours, I had an email response from them saying that they were apologizing for the malfunction, and they actually mailed me a new extractor for free. I have not installed it because I think that the issue was just the amount of crud that was inside the gun from that dirty ammo. So we're going to I'll give that a shot before I actually go as far as to replace the extractor. But Kel-Tec was really great to work with. Like I said, they got back to me within 2 days, and I had the piece in my hand less than a week later at no cost to me. So kudos to Kel-Tec for that. I think this is going to be a really fun gun to have. I've enjoyed shooting it the times that I have shot it, but I do want to make sure that I take care of that ejector problem. And I did read online, a couple of other people in a couple of the Kel-Tec forums said that they'd had the same problem. So that makes me think that it probably does have something to do with just the gun getting overly dirty. A little bit more time to see where that goes. But anyway, this is the Kel-Tec Sub 2000 9mm carbine. If you can find one, buy one. I think I paid $319 for this one at my local gun shop. It was the only one they had. I don't own a Glock or a SIG or a Beretta or a Smith handgun, so it didn't make any difference to me what type of magazines it took. So it wasn't going to go along with any of the ones that I had anyway. But I definitely would recommend it for the money. Hard to beat. I was torn between this and the High Point 995, which was about maybe $50 less than this. Maybe $50 less. You seem to find those a little bit easier than you can find these. Kel-Tec is notorious for being slow in their manufacturing. There's just not a lot of them out there. The SU-16s are even worse, and then the RFGs and the KSGs are even more rare. So anyhow, I snapped this up when I had the opportunity, and I would recommend to anybody else that you would do the same. So anyway, Kel-Tec Sub 2000. This has been Mr. Preacher Man. Happy holidays, everybody.